How many times have you caught yourself saying sentences that contain the word sorry? If that's you, this is the video for you. The more you use no, not, never, always, sorry in sentences, I think you're bringing the morale of the team down and down and down. So I hope this is a good reminder to make our word choices a little more intentional, and maybe because you change your habit of overusing sorry, you will carry yourself in a way that is more confident and more constructive in the work environment. Welcome back to PhD Coffee Time. This is the online community for you as PhD student to get motivation, peer support, and practical tips during your PhD. So recently I've come across these videos about English of non-native speakers, and we overly use sorry in our daily lives, and the way that we can say different things that means sorry without using the word sorry. And this video makes me thoughtful because sometimes it's our English, sometimes it's being unthoughtful, sometimes we don't have the right words, sometimes it's because of our insecurity, we feel like we need to say sorry to people. But today I want to dig a deeper dive beside language. We use sorry way too often for us to really meaningfully use it. I hope this video is going to help everyone rethink how frequently are we using the word sorry. Does it make you sound over apologetic? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we all have to be rude to people and not apologize when we are at fault. But a lot of time we say sorry without really meaning it. The person on the receiving end of the sorry doesn't really need you to be sorry. Most of the time, the person just wants you to get things right. So I hope to discuss what else we can say besides overly using sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't be there at the 3 p.m. meeting. Instead, you can just propose another time without saying you are sorry. Realizing if you say, I'm sorry, we couldn't have the meeting today, first of all, you're communicating a negative feeling. Second of all, you're not providing any constructive changes to the situation. Plus, you are ending the conversation right there. So instead of creating this negative environment, maybe we can just start with more confidence. We think, swallow that sorry and say, I have many other obligations. I can't do today's meeting. Let's try tomorrow. You see how the subtle difference? One is I am sorry, I can't do it today. The other is I have a lot going on today. Let's have this meeting first thing in the morning tomorrow. The energy is different, and the person on the receiving end know that you are trying to come up with a constructive solution. To a lot of people, that matters a lot more than hearing a sorry. As a general rule, sorry is a strong word and should be reserved when you really mean it. Let's have an exercise and see a few examples. Let's have a meeting at 3 p.m. today. I'm sorry I have to teach this afternoon. Think about the answer A. The person is just asked to have a short notice meeting and the person has other responsibility. Why is that person even need to be sorry? Alternatively, you will be seen as more creditable and confident if you say, no, I have to teach this afternoon and let's try 9 a.m. tomorrow. And have you ever started a sentence by saying sorry? I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a question. This is not a good way to start a conversation. The person may be already sounding overly apologetic, starting a sentence with a sorry. So what you could say is, I'd like to ask a question. I hope this is a good time. And this is relevant for most of your lab working people. Have you ever been in a situation that your lab is not going well and something is not working? You might be tempted to say, sorry, it is not working, or sorry, I have no idea why this is not working. So if someone comes to you and say this is not working, it might be indicating they need your technical support, or they need you to look into why it is not working. To me, the better answer will be, thank you for letting me know. Let's send in a service request, or let's research into this problem. Remember, the person may need your solution much more than hearing a sorry in this context. Oh, and this one is a common daily life situation. If someone call you, say, hey, I call you and it went to voicemail during the workday and you were supposed to be picking up every phone call, and in that context, yes, maybe you should say sorry. The more constructive way to deal with this type of difficult situation could also be reducing your use of sorry, reducing the chance of undervaluing yourself by just saying that, thank you for letting me know. I'm here now. How can I help? You see how you can sound a lot more confident, communicate a lot more effectively to solve the problem and get to the ground of the situation. Specifically for PhD students, a lot of time we get asked, when is your first draft ready? Instead of just apologize upfront saying, sorry, I'm still working on it, try to step back and think about why it is still ongoing. Maybe you are pending because you are finalizing some figures. So start with that and address the problem, instead of saying sorry, because your PI don't need a sorry, they need your manuscript and a draft. I'm finalizing the figure, let me send you once that is done. Could be an alternative answer. Or maybe you needing the person's input, you can say there are certain parts that needs an input, I could show you if you have a moment. I hope these exercises are helpful because I don't think there are lots of conversation on this topic focusing on PhD situation, and I think especially for us in academic research, we are mostly having imposter syndrome, and a lot of time we are saying sorry way too often than we should be, and sometimes it's a downward spiral. It's going to bring us down, feeling less creditable, less confident. It's just not a good way to start a conversation. I may be getting a little more philosophical here, but I think using the word sorry is focusing on the past versus an effective worker focus on present and future. So whenever I have the urge to say sorry to someone, I ask myself this question: does this person really needed to hear I'm sorry? If I have done something really wrong, maybe I should say sorry. Or is this person expecting a solution to something? Can I bring that solution to the table without using the word sorry? You actually can be polite without using the word sorry. To a lot of non-native English users, it may require another level of work in the brain to try to figure out another type of sentences. But trust me, I think this is a worthwhile change of language, because the more you use no, not, never, always, sorry in sentences, I think you're bringing the morale of the team down and down and down. So I hope this is a good reminder to make our word choices a little more intentional and try to pick the positive words in our daily lives. Sometimes we don't really need to overuse negative words. Coming to the end of this video, I also hope to make it clear that when you are really doing something wrong and it's your fault, sorry is the right English word to say to people. But a lot of time when you are really sorry about something, just saying sorry isn't enough. So this is the bonus. Since you're staying to the end, this is how you apologize when you are really wrong at something. First, acknowledge the person's feeling and say, I'm sorry, I understand what I have done may have caused you to feel this way. What are the actions you have taken to prevent this from happening in the future? This is what I would do to prevent this from happening in the future. And the word that you are really sorry about this, and acknowledging the harm that you have done. Admitting that you are wrong and you are aware of the damage. I hope this don't sound very technical for a human way of interaction, but because English is not my native language, sometimes I may overthink everything. And I don't know if any one of you may be in the same situation of language level. And I hope this video is going to help you be a person that is easier to work with, and maybe because you change your habit of overusing sorry, you will carry yourself in a way that is more confident and more constructive in the work environment. If this is helpful, please give me a thumbs up, share this with anyone around you. Comment below, do you catch yourself saying sorry a little too often? Because I certainly have done that, and a lot of time it's better for me to change the way I say the sentence to make it constructive. Thank you for watching, and I will see you the next time.